皆さんおはようございます。エリザベスの香水チャンネルへようこそ。今日はゲストをお迎えして香水のブラインドテストを行っていきたいと思います。Today's guests are Z
Hello everybody
and Sebastian. By the way, why are you wearing them?
It's a blind test.
It's a blind test.
No.
Yeah.
Handsome face reveal.
I suppose.
こちらのチャンネルでは香水の本音レビュー、そして海外の方の反応についてお伝えしています。ぜひご興味のある方はチャンネル登録といいねをよろしくお願いいたします。いいねが多ければ将来似たような動画を作りますので、ぜひ参考にさせてください。それでは始めていきましょう。Let's do number one.
Perfume number one.
Thank you, Liz.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I see what it says.
What does it say?
They're pretending. They can't read Japanese, thankfully.
Or so you think.
This smells like kids shampoo or like kids hairspray.
You think so?
It does smell like a little bit of Suave.
Swap?
Right? Like it's kind of like shampoo-y for me. It's got like this fruity vibe with like soap combination. Like I don't know why, but that kind of resonates with children for me. So like I feel like this was like one of my old L'Oreal shampoos when I was a kid, the kind that like doesn't burn your eyes. So I would say it's unisex, like boys and girls. I don't think it's expensive at all. It does not smell expensive.
Interesting. So lower than $100?
Oh wait, like I'm talking, I think this is like 20 bucks.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think it's sexy, not sexy. And I give it like a 6 though. I mean, it's not like a bad fragrance, it's just not really an adult fragrance.
You said it's for children. What about women or men wearing?
If they were wearing this, it would remind me of like a mom or a dad that ran out of shampoo, so they used their kid's shampoo. It's just saying children to me.
How about you? What do you think about it?
I think I'm okay with it. Pretty much Sebastian's already hit everything on the point. I'm not really gonna add a whole lot much more to that. So I think this is a women's fragrance. There's no way a guy would wear this. If you do, if you wear this as a guy, you're probably a hot mess and you need to really evaluate your choices in cologne. It reminds me, like Sebastian said, of Suave, of just really cheap $2-3 bottles of hairspray. Not hair gel, not hair pomade, hairspray. So that kind of paints a picture in your mind.
It's got like an aerosol kind of smell to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's definitely a cheaper type of perfume. Would you say like $20?
Yeah, I don't think it's expensive at all. I think it's like something you buy at Target.
It's not very sexy. When I smell this, I imagine it to be someone who's very unorganized. And it's last minute put together.
Interesting.
Scale 1 to 10, I give it a 5.
Like middle of the road.
Yeah.
No feelings.
No.
Let's go to number two.
Number 2.
Thank you, thank you.
My pleasure.
Ooh. Whoa.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's nice. Nicer than that one. Still smells cheap right off the bat, but it's nice.
What do you mean by cheap?
Just like easy to make, very on the surface. There's not a lot of depth.
Okay, so it's surprisingly something that I like / love.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
I really like the blend of smell that it has. Although what you see was what you got. There's no layer, there's no depth. I'm not really smelling anything beneath the surface. Like the previous video that I've done for Elizabeth with the Tom Fords. This is kind of on the, I would say on the opposite spectrum of that. I think it can go for unisex. And the reason why I say it's for unisex is because instantly it reminds me of my Axe body wash. At first, it does smell a little bit more feminine to me, but hey, I mean, sometimes I like smelling feminine.
But like the more you smell it, the more you feel the guy could pull it off.
Yeah. So in terms of not having very many dimensions to this, I'd say it's an inexpensive perfume. It is sexy, and I'd give it a 7.5. I think I've smelled a Victoria's Secret scent that's similar to this as well.
Like it. I can see what Z's saying with like the unisex. Like the more you smell it, it kind of does have like that tart fruitiness to it. But at first, definitely leans feminine. And it gives me like body spray vibes. Not necessarily like a perfume, but you know, like the little body mists that come in the bigger bottles. And that's where I kind of got like the Victoria's Secret. I don't know, like freshly chopped fruit. It's just like, this is like a really juicy fragrance. Again, like I said at the beginning, I don't think it's expensive. It smells on the surface. There's multiple notes, but it's all on the same layer. There's no depth or dynamic to it. I guess it could be sexy. Yeah, I could see like a younger woman, maybe ethnic wearing this. It's really fruity, you know? Well, no, I'm just getting like colorful, like tropical vibes, I guess. So that's why I was thinking ethnic, like an islander or something, you know, or like Central America. And I'll give it like a 6.5, I guess. I mean, it's a really nice fragrance, and like I said, it could be sexy, but it's not my taste at all, and that's why I'm giving it a lower score.
All right. Casual or formal? I mean, what I meant formal in this case is, can I wear for school or something? For example.
It's definitely like flirty, but it's not like shouting, hey, I'm open for business. You know, like it's not, you know, I mean, it's definitely flirty fragrance, but I mean, it could also just be a fruity fragrance. So I mean, I guess you could wear it to, you know, I would say it's a more casual work or school fragrance.
Alrighty.
Numero tres.
Numero tres. Perfume number 3.
Number 3, thank you, Sanban.
Enjoy.
Ooh.
What?
I'm really liking this selection you have going on here.
You like this one?
Yeah. No?
I'm not a fan. I think this, I feel like maybe it's cucumber, and I don't like cucumber. Ooh, I'm like, I dislike this one, maybe even hate it. I'm not a fan at all. It's kind of like, it's just like offensive to me.
Is it because it smells artificial?
No, I can't even describe what it smells like. I think it's cucumber. It's kind of like watery, but it smells like a fish tank. But who wants to smell a fish tank? I don't want to smell a fish tank. Yeah, I feel like it's like cucumbery, light, watery, but salty at the same time. It's just, I don't think it works. In my opinion, you know, if this is your cup of tea, I'm happy for you.
He's happy for me is what he's saying.
I'd probably call it unisex. This is like a gamble. Whoever was creating this wasn't going for mass appeal. You know, they were taking a risk, and like for me, it didn't pay off. Seems like Z's a fan of it, but for me, definitely not sexy at all. And I give it like a 2.
Oh my goodness.
I don't like it.
Oh Lord.
I do not like it. Sorry guys.
To me, it's more feminine. There's no way I can see a guy wearing this. So the notes I'm picking up on this is, as Sebastian said, cucumber, but I like to also add in honeydew.
Some kind of like melon. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it smells almost like kind of like a juicy fruit. If you ever had that gum, if you haven't tried it, you should try it. It's balanced well between sweet and kind of salty. It does project as a cheaper type of perfume to me because the base layer is just so predominant that there's nothing else to it. It's very sexy to me. So yeah, if you wear this, come sit next to me. Don't sit next to that guy. He's already married anyways. And I would give this a 7.
That's crazy. That I love this though, because it just goes to show like how different opinions can be.
Exactly.
I loathe this. This is not good. And I'm happy that he likes it, because it just goes to show, you know, this is perfume. It's art, you know. So some people might like it, but some people might hate it.
Exactly.
And in this case, we have 2 totally, you know, like black and white perspectives here, because we're not seeing eye to eye, even in the slightest.
That's why we do perfume reviews. Let's go to the next one. Perfume number 4. Here you go.
Traumatized from that last one. I'm scared. This one's not too bad. Wow, this one's really interesting too.
I don't even know where to start with this. I do like this. It smells kind of floral to me, I think. I don't see this as a unisex. It's still a little bit more feminine in my opinion. It smells a bit more on the expensive side. It's very sexy and
Wow.
But it's very light as well. It doesn't really pack a punch. I can give this a 7 as well.
Yeah, this one, my biggest problem with this one is that I'm getting like Windex vibes, like some kind of cleaning chemical. It is very light, like Z said. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I'm like okay, kind of leaning towards dislike. It's really hard to pick out the notes because there's some kind of, it's just some kind of like chemical smell that I'm getting. Like a little bit of citrusy, but artificial citrusy chemical smell. I do not think it's expensive at all. I think it's cheap. I think it's very cheaply made. I don't think it's sexy, and I'd probably give this one like a 4.
Oh my.
Yeah, nah, I'm sorry, just not the biggest fan of this one. It's definitely, oh my god, if you told me pick between 3 and 4, I would take a bath in this stuff before I even touch number 3. But I still don't like number 4.
Yeah, I kind of want to add on to what Sebastian was saying. It's kind of weird because I have a really sensitive nose, and through the other sense, my nose wasn't really getting clogged, but now it's kind of feeling like it's about to start getting clogged. And so it's kind of enabling my judgment. And you're right, it's starting to give me a headache a little bit.
With our nose.
Z
We're gonna move on.
has perished.
Let's go to the next one. Perfume number 5. Here we go.
Thank you. Thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Oh, this one's refreshing. This is so much nicer than the last two. No, this one's like sweet and playful, like powdery. It's like marshmallows or something. So it smells like cereal. Like, you know those little marshmallows that are the hard marshmallows? Not a soft marshmallow, but the hard marshmallows in cereal. That's what it smells like. And it's nice because of that reason, you know what I mean? It's a scent memory to like me eating way too much cereal as a kid. It's nice. Oh my god, it's very refreshing after smelling the other two that we just smelled. Oh my gosh. So like this one, I definitely like it. I feel like it's unisex, but it is very sweet. So maybe like feminine leaning.
What about what kind of color is it? Can you see?
White.
White? Ooh.
White or like pastels, like a spread of pastel colors. I feel like this is more expensive though, because I feel like, how the heck do you make something smell like cereal? You know what I mean? It's a very interesting fragrance. Very nice. I wouldn't call it sexy necessarily. Maybe if you're like role playing or something and
Whoa.
you know, she comes dressed out in like a costume and she's wearing something like this that goes with the theme. So, and I give this like a 7. It's pretty nice, yeah. I like it, especially after those last two. Oh my gosh.
Alright, so my opinion is, I do like it. Like Sebastian said, it is refreshing compared to the other fragrances that we've smelled so far. To me, it's more feminine, unisex, possibly. It starts off strong. It starts off strong with like a vanilla smell to it. But then it has this really weird lingering smell at the end of it that smells like bubbles, like the bubbles that you pull out of a cap and blow into. Yeah, those kind of bubbles.
Because I was gonna say, I kind of feel with this fragrance. I feel coolness when I inhale it, especially the longer I inhale it. Like at that tail end of my breath, there's like the cool lactonic note. So maybe ice cream or like milk or something like that.
But to me, anything that smells sweet is sexy. So I'll also give this 7. Let's give it a 7.
7.
You guys made me very curious. Do you think it's all year round or because of the cooliness only for summer?
I would put it away for the summer, and I use this as a fall/winter. Reason why is because personally for me, whenever I think of summer, I always break out like my marine notes.
Yeah, I think it could be worn year round. I agree with Z though that if it's like super hot, maybe this wouldn't really carry. So maybe like an evening wind down fragrance in the summer, and then winter, fall, you can wear it anytime.
This is the final test. Perfume number 6.
Is it already done?
Enjoy. Yes.
ありがとう。
どういたしまして。
ありがとうございます。So this one is, out of everything we've smelled today, this is the most mature fragrance. Not old lady, but just mature woman, not necessarily childish or immature. It's another fruity one, I feel like, but it's better done than the previous fruity ones in this particular batch. And I like it. Do feel like it's feminine. Don't know that a dude could pull this off, so I wouldn't call it unisex. I would say it's for women. The fruit note in here is like some kind of, not a common fruit, it's an interesting fruit. I feel like
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Alrighty.
oh, I think I blew a coffee in my eyeball.
You deserve it.
I smell the same thing. Yeah, sour. I'm getting like some kind of like sour fruit. I feel like it's inexpensive, relatively simple fragrance. I'm kind of getting like a paint note.
What kind of paint? Oil or watercolor or black and...
No, like, you know, like a can of paint that you paint your house with. This is an interesting one. I mean, initially I thought I liked it quite a bit, and I still like it, but my mind is like changing as I'm going. It's mysterious. For that reason, I'd say it's sexy. And I give it a 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
So I think I have an idea what this one is, and I absolutely love this one. I think it smells more feminine than manly.
Okay.
However, if it is what I think it is, I actually just rocked it today. So it's unisex in my opinion. What it reminds me of, and the reason why I think I know what this is because I've smelled this smell walking into the hotels of Las Vegas. If it is what I think it is, it's not relatively expensive, but it's definitely more than $100 that you would be paying for this. And it is absolutely sexy in my mind because if you've ever been to Vegas, it is what you make of it, all right? We'll just leave it at that. And so I leave it at a 9. If it is what I think it is, it's the Jo Malone's salt something.
Wood sage and sea salt.
Wood sage and sea salt. Thank you very much.
Man, yeah, I don't know if that's wood. I'm not really getting the sage if that's wood sage and sea salt.
And that's
Let me smell yours. Where's yours? Yeah, I'm getting like renovation vibes. Yeah, initially, like I said, it was like the most mature women's fragrance, blah blah blah.
I blame this on Elizabeth. Maybe her other choices amongst, you know, like 1, 2, and 3 started messing up Sebastian's nose there a little bit.
Maybe I'm traumatized and I'm broken now.
I'm so sorry.
Did you see the way he inhaled that coffee?
Now it's time to pick your top 2 for middle notes. ミドルノートへの反応と全体の求めは有料メンバーさんへ公開します。ご興味のある方は画面右下のメンバーになるボタン、もしくはお国によってはジョインボタンから詳細をゲットしてください。概要欄からも詳細をお読みいただけます。香水の本音レビューや海外の方の反応に興味がある方はぜひチャンネル登録といいねをよろしくお願いします。いいねの数で将来の動画を作る参考にさせていただきますのでぜひ。それでは皆さん Have a wonderful day. See you next time. Bye bye.